Minecraft Mob Vote 2023. It was an absolute crap fest, just like the last year, and I think 2020 was the last time they did it. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there some? I did a little bit of digging into it because I was interested because I'd seen that people were. Uh, I think boycott Mojang was trending or boycott Minecraft. I can't remember. Was trending on Twitter last week or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. And basically, what happened as far as I know, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. In 2020, they were doing a mob vote, and I think Dream, from what I saw, Dream had his audience go and vote for a certain one, and so the community was really pissed off and upset because it seemed rigged because this
Yep.
one YouTuber basically swayed the whole, results of the vote.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what it was. Was it the glow
Glow
squid? I
squid.
think it
Yep.
was the glow squid. And then was there votes after that? Because it seemed like from what I saw, there wasn't another vote until 2022.
I only I actually didn't know about this until you messaged me, so I only know about the dream thing and what happened recently. So I'm not sure what
Okay,
happened
so
between them.
I think they took a break for a couple of years. It was also during COVID, so they probably was probably part of it.
Mm.
But they took a break for a couple of years because they felt like the community couldn't handle another mob vote. They came back 2022. I don't even know what it was. Do you know what the vote was last year?
No, I have no idea.
Let me just look.
Whatever it was, I know people weren't happy
Um,
about it.
Rascal. I don't know. I can't. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it. Anyways, this year there were three mobs presented. There was a crab, which the claw actually seems really cool because it seems like it gives you a little bit of extra reach when you're placing your blocks. So that had some practical use.
Hmm.
There was an armadillo, which you could you could harvest the armor from, and you could put armor on your wolf, your dog, which seems really cool. And then there's the penguins, and I guess the penguin has been a long requested mob for years, and so there was a lot of drama. The drama came in that people were just really upset at Mojang because they're basically were recalling the 2020 stuff because they're like, it doesn't matter what we choose because this YouTuber or these YouTubers are just going to sway the vote for the mob. I don't know.
Hmm.
It doesn't. We don't really need to spend a lot of time on it. I just thought I'd bring it up. It's interesting.
Well, like
I don't know.
most the live stream has like a very harsh like dislike ratio to likes. Let's see here, what's it at? Okay, so not as bad as I thought it was. Well, 129K dislikes, 212,000 likes, but it's when I was reading through the comments, the big issue that I see people having is that the mobs that like lose the vote don't end up getting seen again. And like here's someone like if you're gonna do a mob vote, at least let us see how many people voted for each mob. Could we try adding old slash past mobs? Would like to see them in the game. It's I think the thing is that people don't like that they're withholding things that they can obviously do and people want, and they're just giving us a small bit of it. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I got out of it too. It made me think of the university I went to. They went through several changes of the name of the university and the mascot of the university, and I don't want to give too much away because I don't want to dox my location, but they chose one that was just you could tell it was a boomer choice. Like they just were like, oh, this sounds cool, like let's do this. Well, without giving too much away, there was a big joke around the campus that it was the trying to do it without saying the name of the university, but the tampons, because the mascot they came up with was the Red Storm.
Hmm.
And so the Red Storm, and then there was this certain character, and he was notorious for just like driving the management of the university crazy because he was like in his 50s, but he still had like never left the university. He would show up to all the games and stuff. Well, he came dressed as a giant tampon because the Red
Wow.
Star, you don't need a lot of imagination to make that connection. But
Mm-hmm.
then the point that I'm getting to is they're like, well, we can't keep being this because this guy's going to show up to every game as a giant tampon, and and they had I think 6 options that and they were like, we're going to put it up to the students, like let's let the student body choose the next mascot that will be. And it was very clearly that they wanted one mascot, and but the student body chose a different one, and it was the most funny thing because the student body, and it was like 89% chose this one that sounded really cool. I am pretty sure they already had branding for this other one already done. They just wanted the student body to feel included and all that BS. So they ended up choosing the one they wanted, that because they like immediately after they had started changing all the logos and stuff. So I know they already had the branding up, and they pushed it so hard. They're like, "Oh, well, wouldn't you guys like this one?" And everyone's like, "No, we want this one over here." And it's not very interesting without all the names. But
Mm-hmm.
point is, I think these like you were saying with the Minecraft mob vote, it's like, don't present all the options if you're not just going to give us all the options. It should be the which mob do you want first. And I think that's kind of where the community's at with it,
Yeah.
is why are we losing? It just feels like no matter what we choose, we lose, because the vote this year it went to the armadillo, which seems cool, but now you're never going to get to see a crab or a penguin in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it
Uh.
just, I feel like, wrapping it up, I feel like it's Mojang's way of like trying to make the community seem like, yeah, we're involved and we're giving you guys these options, but it really is just kind of an excuse not to make 3 mobs and just make one instead.
Mm-hmm.